Our marshal's out here in the street looking around.
Deputy!
He's calling out his deputy.
Deputy! Deputy!
Here comes his deputy now out of the hotel, followed by Digger the Undertaker.
You been playing cards again?
Yeah, he owes me $20 now.
We got trouble. This goes out of prison.
Digger, you old.
He's got a game janitor. He's coming to get us. We're gonna set up a little surprise for him. I want you to go up there on that balcony. Wait for my signal.
Looks like the
But I'm
marshal's
straight.
going to set up a trap. For Cisco
Digger?
Desperado.
Didn't you hear what I
He's
just
sending
said?
the deputy into the ranch house.
I have a Cisco's gang coming into town. He's coming to get me, and I'm gonna need your help.
Marshal, don't worry, I have your back.
And Digger the Undertaker has promised to back him up all the way. You see, folks, a couple of years ago, Cisco tried to rob our bank and our marshal stopped him, and he was sent up to prison. And he swore that if he ever broke out of prison, the first place he was headed was back to Ghost Town to make the marshal pay for every day that he'd spent in jail. And there those varmints are now at the end of the street, the train depot. You see that big guy in the red bandana checking his gun right there? Well, that's Cisco. Chain blue lightning with the 6-gun. I know he's killed at least 15 men. See, I recognize those varmints with him also. Now I understand how he broke out of prison. That one on his far right, why, that's Billy Wild, deserter from the U.S. Army. If anybody would ever do that boy a favor and put a bullet in his head, it'd be the only thing in it. Now the one on his left, why, that's the preacher. Man in the cloth for many years till his wife ran off with an Arizona Ranger. Ever since then, he's become a very violent man with a gun. I don't know much about the other guy bringing up the rear. He just wandered up in these parts about 6 months ago. Call him Slade. Does most of his talking with his 6-gun. Now, folks, they're headed up the street, looking at all the doors and windows. Looks like they're going to talk things over right here. Looks like it's possible he's setting up a trap for the marshal. He's sending Billy Wild into the general store. Well, little did they know, folks, the marshal already knows he's coming. Well, they're coming up the street, being real cautious, looking at all the doors and windows. Guess we'll have to wait and see what they do. Looks like he's gonna talk things over with Slade right here. Looks like he's gonna send Slade over into the ranch house. Looks like he's sending the preacher into the saloon. Yeah, looks like he's trying to set up a trap for the marshal. Cisco's over here, walking toward the marshal.
Marshal!
He's calling out the marshal.
Marshal!
Marshal comes out all right, but it's not from his office.
Cisco! I'm right here. I ought to take you out right now.
Hey, Marshal, how you been?
What are you doing back in town?
What are you doing in town, Cisco? He said he'd be back, Marshal.
All them years in prison. Man, you got uglier, but you didn't get no smarter.
Looks like you didn't get any smarter,
Same old
Cisco.
sideline, Marshal. But let me ask you this. You by yourself?
By yourself, Marshal?
Cisco, I put you away before by myself. I'm gonna do it again.
Looks like he's gonna put you away by himself, Marshal.
Leaving?
Cisco's
One
calling.
of us is.
Cisco's calling his men out of their hiding spots. The marshal doesn't see Slade sneaking up behind him, but Slade doesn't see the deputy on the balcony of the ranch house.
Deputy, you back there? Slade!
Well, looks like that shotgun took care of Billy off that roof.
Go on, Cisco! Throw that gun out!
Better give it up.
Throw that one out! I'm taking you back!
I'll give it up,
Taking you back to
Cisco.
prison now!
Well, he had to try it, but he was no match for that shotgun.
Joke. Oh, yeah.
Now, Digger, what do you call yourself doing?
So, yeah, we got him, Marshal. We got him.
The gunfight's over. Well, Digger, I'll get this street cleaned up if I were you. What about him, Digger? Is he yours?
He's mine.
All right, let's get the rest of this street cleaned up.
Come on, Digger.
It's starting to stink out here.
You got one down here, too.
Hey,
What-
deputy.
What are you doing, Greedy?
Hey, you buy some brand new boots? Look, $5. I don't bring you boots. $5.
I don't buy boots off a dead man. Besides that, they ain't new.
Digger, you trying to sell
Get 'em
dead man's
cleaned up.
boots? They got holes.
You buy some brand new boots, $7. 7. What I hear, 8. 8.
Digger, those boots got holes under them. That man ain't dead. Digger. You gonna shoot a wounded man in the back right here?
Digger! What you gonna do? That man's still alive. I could have took him to jail. You went and shot him.
You don't understand. She agreed to buy these boots, and he was going to run off with them.
Those boots ain't gonna fit her either.
Yeah, well, look. No.
You better start running.
No.
Boy, that boy can get himself in trouble. Well, that outlaw was trying to get away with those boots, and Digger had just sold them. So, in these parts, we call that theft. Ordinarily, the parson would come out and say a few words. He's out riding the circuit. So the neighborly thing to do would be to take our hats off and observe a moment of silence. On your feet, man. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Very nicely played. Those down gunfighters and the revenge. Give them a moment to unload. They'll be happy to pose with you, for you, for all souvenir photographs.
That was good. I like that one. That was awesome.